Hello, it is the 15th of September. I have a lot to do today. I've got a very busy day ahead. I've got field work today. Actually, I'm going to a recycling plant, which is going to get a bit smelly, I've been told. I also have class this morning, so I'm ready for that. And then I've got a really nice posh supper with my dad and my second cousin, which will be nice. We're going to Hong Kong Island today, which will be great. I'm very busy today, but on the other hand, I have finished The Red Pyramid now. I've read this book before, and even after, I think it's been 11 or 9, 10, 11 years since I've read this and read the series, I loved it. In case people don't know, I'm slightly dyslexic, so sometimes books, even though I read really quickly, sometimes books can like mess with my head a little bit, like the words can. But for some reason, I just find Rick Riordan's books just so easy to read, which is great for me. And like, I'm going to keep like reading his stuff. He has a special place in my heart. I think you already know what I've given this. I might not tell you what I've rated it because then people won't watch my wrap-ups. But yeah, I finished it. I love it. And I'm actually thinking of reading the second one as my mood read, because that will also fit one of the prompts that I have for the magical readathon. It'll fit the prompt for the character that I am and my magical abilities, which are, as people may have guessed already, like that I'm a water earthling, so that fits that. The next book that I'm probably going to read isn't actually on the magical readathon prompt or anything. It's going to be a book called Hades, which is an adult romance that fits roll 13 of my Bookoplathon prompts, and I'm mainly reading it because I need to read something on a Kindle, because I'm not carting a book around with me to site, and then because I have to read something while I'm on the train, because otherwise I'll just get extremely bored. But yeah, I'm going to be reading Hades. I'm quite happy. I'm very happy with what I'm doing actually. So I'm going to finish getting ready for class because I've got to go in about half an hour and I need to finish packing. But after that, I may film some B-roll of what I'm doing on site, but probably not, because I think it's going to be a bit disgusting. And I don't think anyone really wants to see that. And I probably won't want to get my phone out at all because it'll be rank. I'll leave it at that. And I will, I guess, see you later. Hello, it is Friday the 17th of September. I was out in the field on Wednesday and yesterday, so today I'm taking a day off because I am feeling the effects of the heat. It is still over 30 degrees here in Hong Kong, so autumn hasn't started. It won't hit until the end of October, so there's that. When I was commuting, I have been reading a little bit of Hades, the contemporary mythos book that I'm reading. It's interesting. I don't really like the main female character. I think she's actually a bit whiny. She has magical powers, and somehow this will impact everything. So I don't know. I'm just not really vibing with her. We've met Hades and we've met Zane, his brother. If you know mythology, you know who Zane is. Anyway, we've met them and I'm hoping they sort of kickstart the romance. Apparently Hades' wife has left him after thousands and thousands of years. We know where this is going, and our main character loves pomegranate. I'll give you a chat when I'm a little bit further on in the book. How about that? It is now 8 o'clock in the evening and I've just finished Hades. I thought I was gonna like it more, but I really didn't like the writing. I gave the book 3 stars. It's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. I was expecting to like the book more. There was only 1 chapter of smut in the whole thing, and it's an adult romance. Like, I know just because it's an adult romance doesn't mean that it's gonna have smut in it. I sort of thought it was gonna have more of that in it, but no. But that is book 7 done of my month, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm trying to decide what book I should read next. I might start the last ebook that I have on here, which is Fortuna Sworn, but at the same time I might actually try and read something a bit bigger. The month is running out. Like, time is running out. So that is number 7 done. There was no magical readathon prompt for that, but it fulfills my God's prompt for Becca's Bookopoly, which is good. Now it's time to move on to the next book. Good morning. It's Saturday the 18th of September, and I have picked up Children of Virtue and Vengeance. This is a book that fulfills both Magical Readathon and Becca's Bookoplathon. Becca's Bookoplathon, I think it was roll 12. I rolled a person buzzword. Children is my person buzzword, and it has elemental magic in it. It fits my heritage prompt for the Magical Readathon, and I'm about 10% of the way through. I really love the first one, and this one has started with a bang too. So hopefully I can finish this weekend. I should be able to go through it quite quickly. It's only 400 pages. Aside from that, today I'm actually going out into town. I see my dad every Saturday. We go every Saturday and we have lunch, and it's like father-daughter bonding time, which is great, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. Aside from that, I'm going to read for a bit, but I have to finish packing my stuff because I have to do some food shopping and stuff for cats, because I'm almost finished their cat food, so I need to get more cat food. Anyway, I will see you in a bit. Bye. Good morning. It is Sunday, and I'm about 50% of the way through Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Yeah, I'm about halfway through. Actually, I'm over halfway now. But I've been doing some reading sprints this morning. I've been watching the Magical Readathon sprints that were up last night, but I was asleep for it, so I'm using that time to get through my book today, which is exciting. Other things I've got to do, just jobs around the house, so I might listen to an audiobook once I finish this, which shouldn't take me too long. But yeah, hopefully I have a productive Sunday, but I guess you'll see. I have finished Children of Virtue and Vengeance. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it, actually. I really liked the fact that it had short chapters because it kept me really engaged. So it made me like I didn't need to put it down, because sometimes when there are really long chapters, I have to put a book down after a while because my brain hurts. But I was able to take quick breaks if I needed to. I really like this series. The character growth and development, I think, is great. I really enjoy this magic system and this world. This is just lots and lots of war going on. It's this book is just sort of war is happening, but I really it's a good book. I really enjoy the characters. The atmosphere is great. I love the magic system. So it's an elemental based magic system. You have lots of different areas of magic. So you have the Reapers, which is what one of our main characters is. you also have like grounders, tiders, you know, like all the more general elemental magic pathways. But it's a great book, great writing. I highly recommend people go out and read Tomiyama Yami's books. I really loved Children of Blood and Bone, and I was just in the mood for more elemental magic, so that is my heritage prompt crossed off for the Magical Readathon, and my person prompt crossed off for Becca's Bookopoly. I will let you know when I decide what I read next, but it might be an audiobook because I have some tidying to do around the house. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Hello, it is now 5:30 in the afternoon, and I have just finished the Iron Fae. I don't think I even gave an introduction as to the fact that I was reading it. But yes, I have picked up and finished the Iron Fae. I think I started at about 2, and I've just finished it on sprints, so that's very helpful for me. I understand where it's coming from because it was written in 2010 before these before the real stereotypes were in the like mix. So I understand why the author would have made the decisions she did. I really liked the concept, like I really enjoyed the concept, but some of the things just like took me out of it, I guess. So it's a 3-star. It's a 3-star read, which isn't bad because I still enjoyed reading it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to do. So yeah, there's that. Now I've just been doing some rearranging as to what books I'm going to read where, because I've just heard that the book that I originally had for my most anticipated or hyped one, my hyped book, Redemptor, isn't going to be available until next month, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. So I've done some finagling. Instead of this fulfilling my Novice Path entrance, this is going to be fulfilling my Ashton Tree prompt, because that still works. And I guess my hyped book will be something else that I find on my shelf. But I am in the mood for a mood read because I've been reading a lot about Fae and Fae princes and things, so it makes me want to pick up The Cruel Prince. This is a reread. I read this last year. This book will fulfill my Novice Path entrance because there is a map in the beginning, so I can read that. I've fulfilled my background prompt now because I'm now definitely a wildling, because most of the stuff in the Iron King takes place outside or in another world with woods and stuff. So yeah, my character's name is Vespera, and she is a water earthling. She comes from Erythea, and she's a wildling, as most people from Erythea I think are. That's a sort of basis. I'm going to be writing some more like in detail character background. I'm going to pick that up as my mood read because I'm just in the mood for more Fae shenanigans, and I think YA is just the way for me to go right now because I've been in a bit of a slump, so this will be a way to like kick myself out of it. I'm going to maybe film later. If I do, like, I think I'm getting pizza for supper with like my cousin, who's also my sort of roommate. We're gonna eat pizza and just relax this evening, which will be good. And I'm also uploading a video onto YouTube, so I need to do a thumbnail for that. I will leave it at that and get on with drinking my water because I need to finish my water. Hello, it is the 20th of September and I am currently working on my bullet journal setup for next month because it's nearly the end of the month and I want to get my theme in ahead of the game because that's just how I am. So I'm just doing that right now. But I'm currently reading The Cruel Prince by Holly Black because I was in the mood for a fairy book. So here I am. I'm about 10% of the way through already. I know I like this book. I've read it before. Like, I'm still gonna like it at the end of the day. That's what I'm reading right now. But right now, I'm majorly focusing on my bullet journal setup because that's where my mind is today. Like, I'm in a creative headspace, so that's what I'm focusing on. But yeah, I'm just going to keep listening / watching YouTube while I do this and keep going. So I thought I'd show you what I'd done. This is my October spread, or the start of it anyway. I really love the colour orange, if you can tell. So I've done I'm gonna add some like ghosts and spiders and stuff to turn it into a haunted house, because it's Halloween season, it's spooky season. I've got the like fog going up the front. I've got my October calendar that I can put stuff in. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Hello, good morning. It is the 21st, so I thought I would tell you about the stuff that I read yesterday. I actually picked up this book called Eden Zero book. It's actually a manga series. I picked it up and I finished the first volume yesterday. It was quite hyped up for me on Goodreads, so I saw lots of sort of chatter about it because I've read the fairy tale manga, so I've seen it a lot on there. So I thought I would fulfill my hyped prompt for the Bookoplathon by putting that in. So that's in now. It's sort of similar to fairy tale. I think one of the characters in the actual story is exactly the same. Like, it's got the same look and it's the same name. It's the same thing. So they have a cat called Happy. I quite like it from what I've read so far, but we'll see how it goes, like in the progression. I think the first 3 volumes are available on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm gonna have to wait or watch the anime because I think that's on Netflix, so I could just do that instead. But anyway, it was quite hyped up, so I decided to read it. There we go. So that's book 10 checked off. I'm still reading The Cruel Prince, and I will chat to you later. I am about, I guess, 35% of the way through. I haven't put it on Goodreads yet because I usually go through these quite quickly, so we'll see how fast I finish this today. I read this series before along with How the King of Elfheim Learnt to Hate Stories. I read that too. I read that earlier this year actually. I enjoy this series. I like a darker look on the Fae, because quite a lot of the stories that I've read, particularly concerning the like fairy and the gentry and all that sort of stuff, they all tend to be like they really romanticize the idea of Fae and fairies, whereas this sort of stuff is like much more true to what like people used to believe about the fair folk. So in folk stories that I've heard before, there's lots of stuff, you know, you have your fairy godmothers, yes, but then quite a lot of it is like Midsummer Night's Dream, where you have the fairy court tricking people and just like, sure, they can't tell lies, but they can tell half truths, and it's the way they can intrigue you from like as a human. And I like this sort of stuff because it's a lot darker than your average like, I've been captured by a fairy prince and now I feel like I'm falling in love with him sort of thing. This is a lot darker and a bit more twisted. The whole reason I picked this up was I was at my bookshop last year, so at the beginning of 2020, and I always like stuff about fairies because that's just who I am as a person. That's so weird of me to say, but like that's like, I really enjoy fantasy, and like fairies and elves is like my genre. Like I really enjoy reading about this sort of stuff. So as soon as I picked it up, I was like, ooh, intriguing. So yes, I go through these quite quickly. I have been in a bit of a slump, and I think the way for me to actually get out of this slump is if I like read YA books, because yes, even though adult books I feel are more intriguing for me right now, YA books are really easy for me to read, so I'm able to go through them really quickly because I don't have to like put much thought into it, I guess. This isn't anything against YA books, but I think I'm able to digest them a lot better and faster than I can adult books. So adult books mean I need to take a little bit more time to actually engage with it, if that makes sense. So I am really enjoying this, but then I've already read it before, so I know I was going to enjoy it anyway. I think the next time I read it, I'm actually going to annotate it because I feel like I'm in the mood to annotate my copies of the series. In one of my bullet journal spreads last year, I think in February, I did a Cruel Prince theme, which I really enjoyed. I quite like Jude. She is like, she's a flawed main character. Cardan's also not the best, as you would expect, because like that's just the way it is. But I really enjoy it, and hopefully I'll go through this quickly, finish it today, and then that'll be my 11th book of the Readathon done, which is great news. That means I only have a few more left. Anyway, I'm going to do some reading. I'm back in my room with my cat. I'm going to read this. I'm quite close to the end now. I knew I liked it going into it. I still like it. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this by the end of today, and then I can enjoy the public holiday tomorrow, upload my reading vlog, and just, yeah, finish. I'll let you know if I finish this before tonight, because it is over. Workday is over, for me at least, and I'm going to chill out. Hello, I've just finished The Cruel Prince. That's book number 11 of the Readathon done. I've had quite a good week. I only have 4 more books left. I have just downloaded Firekeeper's Daughter on Audible, and I think I'm going to pick that up, but that'll probably be all the books I will read this week. I hope you've had a great week wherever you are. I hope you've been productive in whatever you've been doing, be that work, be that reading, be that schoolwork, be that anything. I'll probably end this here because then I can get a head start with editing my vlog, so it can be uploaded tomorrow to mark the start of a new week. and also Mid-Autumn Festival. I might film some Mid-Autumn stuff tomorrow, which will be nice. Lots of lanterns and everything out, mooncakes and all that. So 中秋节快乐 for everyone who celebrates 中秋节. I hope you have a wonderful autumn equinox or spring equinox, depending on where you are in the world. I'll see you in the next week's reading vlog. Bye!